Hey everybody, welcome back to Creating Scenery from Microsoft Flight Simulator. I hope you guys are having a great week. Friday, yeah, they released the 40th anniversary version of Flight Simulator 2020. So for all of us scenery creators, we need to check our stuff to make sure that it's compatible. And that's what I've been doing. And I'm also updating my John Glenn International Airport, adding some more buildings and stuff like that. But a couple nuances that I found with the sim update, it's not drastic. For the most part, the sim running great. The SDK, now the SDK at time of on Friday for the initial update, they also released SDK 20.3, 0.20.3, and then today they just released 0.20.4. All right, so make sure that you get that installed as well. I'm to double check that. Now, if I open up my File Explorer and I go into the SDK, the one thing that I check on the SDK is the actual FS package tool. And if I click on the bin, the package tool, which is the executable that we use outside of the sim, still has the August 11th date. It's the same date as we had with the update during sim update 10. So they did change the executable from 9 to 10, but they have not changed the executable from 10 to 11. So pretty much the same. We're good there. All right, so no need to worry about that. But if you haven't already, any place that you put the FS package tool, just so you guys, most of you know I do this in my scenery. I'm going to come down to my Columbus buildings, and I'm going to go into that. And notice that I have the FS package tool exe inside my model. Okay, not my model itself, but my work directory. I do that so I know what version of the build process that I'm working with. All right, so after every SDA update, I'll copy the new FS package tool into my project folders. All right, as I'm working on them. All right, but the package tool is the same as what they released for sim update 10. All right, so anyway, that's just some extra information for you. Notice that it says SDK update available. That's one thing that I have not done because, like I said, they came on sim update 11. The SDK was 0.20.3, and then today they released 0.20.4. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of the sim again. Sorry, let's get out of the sim. And I'm going to make sure that I have 20.4 installed. Okay, so I have 20 installed now, 20.4 installed, and we're going to go back into the tools directory, the bin of my SDK, and the FS package tool date and time has not changed. So they have not changed the executable. All right, they changed it when it between sim update 9 and 10, but they have not. So the executable for your builds is exactly the same. Okay, so we're good. So I'm going to get back into the sim, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're in the sim. Notice that up here in the upper right hand corner, I don't have my amber notification on the update, so my update is using the current level. All right, I'm going to go to my John Glenn International Airport, and I'm going to choose one of my historical parking spaces that I've created, 1935. And I got my DC3, and I'm going to hit fly. And ready to fly. All right, so where I'm in my DC3, and I'm parked outside of Hangar 1. Got a little bit of flickering here and there, but I'm fixing those as I go. Let's go into drone. Now, the big issue that I saw, this is the historical part of John Glenn International Airport. This is the original airport that was created in 1929, designed by Charles Lindbergh, both the terminal and Hangar 1. And this is in the process of being restored. Hangar 1 is. The terminal is as well, all right? But there's a historical company that's going into the terminal, but they're making it look like it did in 1929. But the big thing that I noticed in Sim Update 11 was my environmental occluders. All right, I have an environmental occluder around the terminal and the hangar. All right. And if you guys remember, an environmental occluder is what keeps rain from raining inside your buildings. Okay. So here's inside, and there's a tri-motor model I made for the scenery, that kind of stuff. But if I come up to weather and turn on rain, go from clear skies to rain. Still got some raindrops inside the building. Yeah. Weird, huh? Yep, see, it's raining inside my hangar, and I got an environmental occluder there. Okay? But let's head over to the historical terminal. And it's not raining inside. Same environmental occluder. See, it's raining outside. You can see it outside the window. Okay? But inside the hangar over here, there's a steerman that I put in the scenery. Some trucks with lights on, fuel trucks, that kind of stuff. But anyway, that's why I chose the DC3. And any of you painters out there want to create a DC3 with Trans-American Transportation, the TAT symbol there, Transcontinental Air Transport. If you want to create a livery for a DC3, that'd be cool, because this is where it all began, right here in Columbus, Ohio. And we still have rain inside of our terminal. Hangar. But there's an occluder out there. All right, so I noticed that with Sim Update 11. Sim Update 10, it wasn't doing that. So I'm going to fix that. I got to figure out what's going on. All right. Now, I do know the difference is that the environmental occluder around this hangar doesn't have a floor, but it does on the terminal. So I might have to put polygons back on the bottom of the occluder, but it's just, these are just some of the things that you want to check with your scenery anytime that there's an update, not just this particular update, any update. Check all your airports, fly a couple approaches, make sure everything's working, that kind of stuff. So this is more of a public announcement, I guess, public service announcement. Let's go back to clear skies, nice and sunny. Okay, the ground's still wet, but that will change as you move around in your scenery. It starts to dry out, so to speak. See, the pavement still looks red, wet. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm in the process of checking my scenery. And I hope all you developers do that. And I have also added a new building. Let me speed up the drone here, because it'll take a while to get over there if I don't. And head on across the field. This is the modern terminal building over here for Columbus. I had to do some texture adjustments between 10 and 11, I noticed. And then this is the building I'm working on now. This is the Geodis Logistics and also the Republic Airways. I'm still working on it. I'm not, you know, it doesn't, I'm doing the textures and stuff. This is, I just put the model in here to see how it fit, make sure that's right, but all my texturing I'm still working on, and I'll get this building done in the next few days. But really, like I said, today is more of a public announcement, a public service announcement on any sim updates. Check your stuff, see if there's any little goofy things. Like I said, I just noticed that the environmental occluders on this particular scenery needed some help. Occluders for my other airports seem to be fine. So, I mean, I don't know. I really can't answer that question right now, but I will, and as soon as I figure out what the heck is going on, I will report that back to you. But there's no basic tutorial this week. Usually I don't do a tutorial on the week that we get an update because we're all busy checking our stuff. But just a reminder, check your stuff. Plus, I love this airport. It's just some work that I'm just gradually doing. So yeah, get this big. They don't do a lot of freight operations at John Glenn International Airport because they use Rickenbacker Airport for cargo. So, but this is where they used to have freight, a lot of freight. They don't anymore. But this entire part of the airport I'm devoting to the historical scenery because there's really nothing over here, just a bunch of maintenance buildings. But there's actually two more hangars that look like Hangar 1 sitting here and here that I'm putting in, but they're not as colorful because this used to be an Army Air Corps area of the airport during World War II, and I'm going to recreate that. But this, like I said, this is the historical corner. This is the original. Matter of fact, this taxiway right here actually used to be the original runway. All right. So a little bit of history on John Glenn International Airport. But yeah, check your scenery. Um, and if you have your scenery up on flightsim.to, make sure that you change the compatibility to say Sim Update 11. So all your customers and followers will be happy with you and any new downloads that you might happen to have. Anyway, I've bored you long enough today. You guys have a fantastic week, and I don't know if I'm going to do a video next week here in the United States. It's the week of Thanksgiving, and I will probably take that week off from creating videos and stuff, because it'll be kind of a shotgun type of week anyway in terms of me being around my computer. So you guys have for those here in the US, you guys have a beautiful holiday, and I will see you with some more tutorials after Thanksgiving. I might make a video, I don't know, next week to just bore you guys. But anyway, I hope you guys do check out my Columbus John Glenn International Airport and enjoy it. I like it. I got a lot more work to do. I really do. I got what they call the infield right here. There's a bunch of hotels and stuff sitting right here, and obviously I got a lot more buildings and to do and ground textures and stuff. But this is version 3, and I got the new parking garage, not parking garage, car rental. So it's slowly taking shape, but I'm trying to get the industrial part of the airport purdied up a little bit. And then I also got some more plans for the historical part down here. I'll have some railroad station that's back there and stuff like that. Anyway, I digress, and I'm yakking. Hey, if you haven't already subscribed, please do. I know you guys hate hearing all that, but anyway, if you feel too inclined to support me, buymeacoffee.com/myphysicalworld, and also my Gumroad page, myphysicalworld.gumroad.com. I got some free resources up there for you, and I'm adding more and more each week. I do accept donations, just saying. But hey, it's free. I want to give back to you guys. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys later. Bye.